Back in August, I reviewed the Mous Limitless 3.0 for my iPhone 12s. When I bought my iPhone 13, I needed a new case. I tried two cases, the Incipio Organic Clear and the Spec Candy Shell. Both cases were decent, but when the Incipio started to fall apart, I decided to buy another Mous case, as I had very good prior experiences with my Limitless 3.0s. After using the 4.0, I think Mous is going in the wrong direction, but I don't hate the case. I bought my Limitless 4.0 off Amazon for $59, and it seems to have good build quality. The buttons feel better than my previous 3.0 I bought from Amazon, and this time, instead of buying Armored Fiber, I got Walnut. I would have bought Armored Fiber, but I didn't want to wait until mid-November for it to get back in stock. I definitely like the Armored Fiber more, but the wood finish looks decent still. It seems to be good quality, the edges of the case are slightly grippier than my 3.0, and the buttons, as mentioned earlier, are now fine. I'm not sure why my 12 minis case had bad buttons. The Limitless 4.0 does a few things in particular that I don't like. It's thinner now, but that means it has a camera bump. One of the things I mentioned in my original Limitless 3.0 review that I liked was the fact that it didn't rock around on a table. I can't say the same for this case. I understand the new iPhones have bigger camera bumps, but a thicker case isn't always a bad thing. I also don't like how they removed the soft padding from the inside of the case. I feel like my phone can get scratched now due to the removal of this crucial feature. I also don't like the removal of the SIM card storage slot. In the name of thinness, we've lost two good features, and we've made the camera bump stick out annoyingly far. They also haven't fixed an issue that I had on my 3.0. The speakers on the bottom are misaligned, still, and they look cheap due to that. First impressions matter, and when the customer is looking at the case and sees that the company couldn't do something as simple as design it correctly for the speakers to fit in correctly, it creates a negative impact on the brand, even if the speakers work fine. With all of that out of the way, this case is still high quality. At the top, there is a cutout for the front-facing speaker. The charge port cutout is still big enough for all my chargers to fit in. The ringer switch is also easier to access than some other cases I've used, and the case still has its slope in the middle of the front for easy reachability, which I've found more useful this time around. We also see one big feature, MagSafe. It's the whole reason I think the 4.0 is worth it for some people. If you have a MagSafe battery pack, or a lot of MagSafe accessories, you're going to want to buy a MagSafe compatible case to keep those accessories. I specifically said I would have bought the Limitless 4.0 if I knew the 3.0 didn't have MagSafe support in my review for the 3.0, and now that the 4.0 does support MagSafe, I'm happy with this case staying on my iPhone. The magnets are decently strong, but I think Apple cases still beat it in the magnet strength. Of course, you lose Auto Align Plus with this change, and I'm fine with that. I never ended up buying any Auto Align Plus accessories, but MagSafe seems just as good, if not better, since it's more modular with other cases. Durability seems to be the same or better, but only on the front of the case. The back of the case feels thinner, and I believe it is thinner, so I'd imagine the back glass would break easier now. The front seems to be the same as the 3.0 durability-wise, so no issues there. This case also seems to work fine with screen protectors. I have a Zag Invisible Shield on my 13 Pro, and it works perfectly fine with it on. I actually have had issues in the past with screen protectors on cases, so this part of the review is actually necessary. The main difference between the 3.0 and the 4.0 versions of the Mous Limitless are that the 4.0 now works with the iPhone 13 series and has MagSafe. The thickness difference doesn't really matter to most people, since a lot of people will use the OtterBox Defender as an alternative to these cases. Hopefully Mous will figure these issues out and fix them in the 5.0, but that was my review of the Limitless 4.0 by Mous. If you enjoyed this review, a like would be appreciated, and if you want to see more content like this, please subscribe. I'll leave my Limitless 3.0 review linked down in the description, so if you want to check them out, you can. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye.